Hello there. My name is Em, and I would like to welcome you to my channel, and particularly I'd like to welcome you to this episode. I figured since while everything is a little crazy right now, I still thought that this would be a good time for me to share some travel stories, thoughts, experiences that I have had. So one of the first things I want to do, just to give a little background on my thoughts, growing up, I had always liked the idea of traveling. Like I always thought, oh, when I'm older, I'm gonna go to Brazil. I'm going to go to Egypt. I'm gonna go to I don't know all kinds of places, Italy, France, all this different stuff. And that idea was always there. Like someday I'll do it. Someday. And I thought was always, I always had that awareness that that was something I wanted to do. Um, and then, and then down the line, several years back, I remember I had saved up enough, just enough to be able to do something, to travel somewhere. And it happened to be that I was given the opportunity to travel with people that I know very well, and they were going to a different country. I, at that point, had never left the country before in my entire life. And the idea, surprisingly, when first presented with this, I was shocked by, in looking back, I still am shocked by my first reaction. When offered the opportunity, I actually was scared, and um, I hesitated. I did not say yes right away. I didn't say yes to this opportunity. Even days later, I remember I said, I'll think about it. And it's crazy to look back on that and be aware that that was my reaction, that that's how I felt. But I really, sometimes an idea can be so such a glamorous idea, and like, oh, I just one day I'll do this, one day I'll make this happen. And but then when the opportunity is presented, like all of the little fears, like, whoa, wait a second, you mean actually going, actually traveling, actually going to a place where people don't speak my language and all this type of stuff, like, is that seriously? And like I had all these scary thoughts in the back of my mind. I was like, I thought I had all kinds of reasons for why I thought I'd be okay to say no, I can't miss work. And even though I was actually able to take that time off at that point. Um, but I had excuses like, oh, I'm gonna say miss my friends and all this kind of stuff, and all of these excuses for why I didn't just go ahead and do this. And it's so weird, even it's still so weird looking back, and going through this fear. But then eventually there was this one person that talked sense into me and just is like, what are you doing? You've been talking about this for forever. What are you doing? And I actually, in essence, ended up kind of, I guess, just being called out for how I was letting my fear stop me from doing something that I allegedly wanted to do. And I'm telling you right now, that experience completely changed my life and my perspective. And it wasn't just going over and seeing something different. My first trip overseas was actually to Spain and France. And it wasn't just that. Though it was my first time ever experiencing, being in a place where I don't know the language, not familiar with the cultures as much, and all that type of stuff. So for me, it was very eye opening, and it was beautiful. It was crazy to know to just be exposed to this completely different world, and also be humbled by that experience. I thought that that was one of the big benefits that I still find from travel is just like it can be. There's parts of it that can be very humbling as well. There are tons of things that went wrong, but that's another story for another day. But I wanted to share that, and how at the first opportunity given, um, I my instinct was to say no, just for out of fear, out of all of these thoughts and safety and all this other stuff. And not that safety isn't a valid concern, or one, or not being able to speak a language is not that that's not a valid concern either. But at the same time, I had to really think care like, well, how safe am I right now anyway? And also, what can I do right now? And there's a lot that I learned in that. There's a lot that I learned in that particular, just from the idea of that trip being presented to me, to actually going for it. There was just so much about that just opening up, and then I'll have another episode where I talk specifically about my first experience and how much I had to learn and grow from there. So anyway, I just wanted to share that idea or share those thoughts. Please feel free to leave any questions or comments below. Like your first time, if you've gone to a country that's just completely different, like what was your first experience like? I'd love to hear. I'd love to see the stories and anything you have to share. But I thank you so much for listening, and I will be back tomorrow with another episode. In the meantime, take care and bye for now.